Hi. We're Herkle and Derkle.
Hi, welcome to Herkle and Derkle, where we sit on a bed and don't do anything for hours. And
Talk shit and take names.
which names are we taking?
All the bad ones. I mean,
None of the good ones.
yeah,
We're taking all the bad ones and none of the good ones.
Right, like Ghislaine Maxwell's already been taken. She's gone.
Bill Great.
Bill Greats.
For some reason, I wanted to say Bill Greats.
Bill Greats.
Which does not make any sense. But that's where my brain went.
Bill Greats on some people. I mean, but,
yeah.
Yeah, but only once he starts standing on the table and singing. That's when Bill Greats.
Have you ever seen that video where it's like where I think it was launching like Windows 95 or something. And they're just like white guy dancing. It's like, yeah.
It's like celebrating it.
Woo.
And like they got the 90s music playing.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. Goodness. Yeah. Gee Willikers. Gadzooks.
Very much like that, yeah. Sure.
Was that back during the Ballmer days?
Ballmer?
Yeah. Steve Ballmer. Well, he worked at Microsoft for a long time, but he was famous for having that viral clip in the convention where he's like, developers, 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 come on, developers, developers.
I haven't seen that, but you said Baltimore, and immediately I was like, oh, Baltimore.
Oh, Baltimore. Steve Baltimore, yeah. Known for selling drugs and...
Earn.
Earn and Ernie. Earn.
Have you seen that?
No. Earn.
Aaron earned an iron earn.
Aaron earned an iron earn.
But the way Baltimoreans say it, it just sounds like earn.
Earn an iron earn. Earn an earn.
And there's a great video of a guy who's like, holy shit, we talk like this.
Just the self-awareness dawning on his face.
I can't imagine what you would do to Texans. Like, there's probably so much.
Oh, I
or
bet.
Or Californians, or like, Massachusetts.
Sure. Yeah, there's a whole list of Bostonian phrases, and they're like regular American speaking homophones.
Mostly racist. Yeah.
The one that I remember wasn't racist.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. It's like, for instance, what do you think I'm saying when I say khakis?
Like pants.
Yes, but also car keys. Khakis. Microprocessors.
Khakis.
Yeah. Oops.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So that's what Boston's been up to. When you said earn, I kept thinking always be closing.
Oh, sure, yeah.
You need brass balls.
Brass balls.
Yeah. Back in Alec Baldwin's dramatic days.
You don't deserve the good list. Yeah.
Right. We bled for these leads.
Leeds.
Yeah. That's Leeds, England. Very nice spot in the north of England. It's not as pretty as York, I think. Speaking of Leeds, that's what I'm going to be doing soon. If I get that new job, it's going to be.
I know. I didn't know if you wanted me to bring it up. But
yeah. Well, I mean, we're anonymous. This is Herkle and this is Derkle. Hey. Yeah. Leeds.
So, yeah. Are you gonna get the good leads? Are you gonna get the hot leads?
Well, at first they're gonna help me source my leads but then I'm gonna have to generate my own leads.
Generate your own leads.
Yeah, as time goes on. Basically, it's like because yeah, because I can also call anywhere in the United States. So that's like our entire market is United States, even though the office is only in Austin and then one other, yeah. Yeah, but basically, I'm just going to be using Google Maps to be looking for the types of businesses that I think are going to be good candidates for this software. And
oh, it's B2B.
Yeah, it's B2B
nice.
SaaS.
I was trying not to be like a,
Oh, no, I'm not going to be calling people at home. Yeah.
But the first thing I think of when I think of like telemarketers is like, oh, somebody's gonna convince my grandma to like sell off all her money or whatever.
No, I'm doing this to businesses.
Yay!
Yeah, commerce where it's allowed. Yeah, we're not taking someone's 401k.
It's nice, you know.
Thank you.
It really feels, yeah.
Yeah.
Touch it, you know.
Gets you right there.
In the nipple.
My nipple is over here.
I don't know where nipples are.
What?
What am I, an anatomist?
just judge based on your own. Like, great.
I don't have nipples.
Here's.
I've never had a nipple in my life.
Mm.
What do you have? 2 of them? Jesus.
Yeah.
Save some nipples for everybody else.
Okay,
right?
well, I mean, I guess I could do a transplant. You can have one of my nipples. Like, if you really want a nipple.
I don't know, they seem like a hassle.
You mean
a
like
tassel.
Yeah, they're real hassle with all the grooming you have to do. You really have to do all of this maintenance and care for your nipples. So, I mean, and plucking out the hairs, that's just the worst. But, you know, you probably won't have very hairy nipples.
You don't, well, anyway.
After you get one of mine, I mean, because maybe that'll interrupt the... Do you have hair there? Yeah, so
from A to B.
Yeah, so if you want to keep watching, this is basically what we're going to be doing the whole time. Also, please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy what we're doing, and if you think we can turn it into more and more. We're going to be having segments and probably not guests because this is segments.
We can have guests in the bed.
Yeah, we could have guests. Yeah,
guests in the bed. Guests in the bed.
Okay, we could have guests. So yeah, leave suggestions if you topics, anything you want us to talk about. All right, now back to nipples.
Back to nipples.
Yeah, it's interesting that boys have nipples.
Oh, because there's I can make words. There's that whole concept that like biologically men don't need nipples, so why do they have them? And it's like,
yeah, I mean, not just for, I wasn't turning it into like a biologically motivated political discussion about anatomy. It's just like, well, it's interesting, you know, because like I never knew what they were for when I was, you know, in my youth, you know.
They're for
like,
tweaking.
Squeaking? Tweaking, yeah. You know, yeah. And I remember like when I was like 10 or 11 or so, when I first noticed like, and I think it was because like cold mornings or something, I was getting dressed. I noticed that they would like swell or or they get like hard, or like the inside would like pucker in, and I was thinking like, oh no, what's happening to my body? Like, did I sin? Did I do something wrong? What's happening to why is this acting that way? No.
What did you discover? The devil?
No, I discovered nothing. I lived in fear for a time until I eventually forgot about it, and then I learned about how temperature like messes with them. Yeah.
There you go, kids.
Right. If you're under
biology is the solution to all your religious problems.
Yeah. Tell your kids to tune in. They're gonna learn a lot. They're gonna learn a lot about things. Also stuff.
Don't get scared about your body. It's not God. It's just biological shit going on. You're not weird. It happens to everyone. Hey, you're perfectly fine.
Yeah, you're okay. Even if you pee green sometimes, you're okay. Well, actually, you should get that checked out if you pee green.
Probably get it checked out if you pee a color that's.
But you're okay. You're here to stay.
Orange is fine.
And then that's okay.
If it's bright orange, I've heard that's fine. That's just like
it's just drink more water.
Another biological thing.
Yeah, a little bit more water. Yeah.
You're probably fine.
Yeah, highlighter colors generally. I mean, if it's green. If there are two causes that I am aware of for green pee.
Urine can be green?
Yeah. Well, I think dehydration might be one of them, but also gonorrhea or chlamydia can cause green pee. Yeah.
Well, then I'm glad I don't know what that is.
I've
never experienced that.
Yeah, neither have I, but I have seen somebody peeing green one time. Like, whoa! I don't want to talk about it. We'll leave that one. We'll leave that one. So you've been watching a lot of different YouTube channels.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I watch the YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch TV, which is it would be nice if I watched like regular TV that is nationalized and like syndicated and whatever. I could have connections with family members, you know, we could like say words to one another and it means something, as you know, because the way it is.
So like if you guys are watching the same thing, you mean?
Yeah. I might could share like an experience with like somebody that I love and I care about.
Yeah, I had that same feeling back when I was sort of late teens, early 20s, and most of the music that I would listen to would be classical music. And it's, you know, it like any music is so interesting and life-affirming and gives you all these great feelings, but I couldn't share it with my peer group because none of my peer group was interested in this old-ass music, you know, which is totally understandable, reasonable. I've moved on now. I still like that kind of music, but at the time I was pretty angsty about it. I was like, why can't I share it with anyone? But it was because the others around me weren't also consuming the same sound waves. So what's a channel that's really been arresting your attention lately?
I just burped.
Bless.
Quietly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's been a channel that I've been watching for a long time, and sort of I phase in and out of different channels.
Mm-hmm.
But this one I got back into, and I've been like binging it.
I burped loudly.
Mm-hmm. It's Tasting History with Max Miller.
Yeah, the sweet boy.
He's a very sweet boy.
Mm-hmm.
Which I can call him boy because I think he's younger than me.
Yeah, he's so well groomed and.
It's very wholesome and delightful and thought provoking, but also innocent. Like it's
he's
nice.
Full of fun facts and he has beautiful eyes. So if you like fun facts, history, food, and beautiful eyes, do watch Tasting History.
Tasting History with Max Miller.
Yeah. Keep going on about it.
Well, I mean, like each episode is like so he'll think of a recipe and then go into history and be like, well, what's the oldest recipe I can find of this?
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, like, what's the oldest recipe that seems to be similar enough or like unique enough that's close enough that I can actually replicate, because if you go into history, like recipes are not written down like, oh, here's an exact amount of this,
right,
the exact time, and here's the exact heat.
Yeah,
it's all just like, oh, put all that shit in a bowl and then just like until it's good, eat it.
Right, and it's like, and he's like, well, how can I inform my knowledge of this to the point where where I can actually kind of follow a formula.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because speaking of, have you ever heard of Ezekiel 4:9 bread?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that the like it's like a, oh god, it's like a rectangle, right?
Yeah, it's like a sort of rectangular loaf.
Ezekiel. Yeah. It's like a loaf, and they keep it in the frozen section.
Yeah, I think where I used to shop out, it was in the non-frozen, but I'm sure it could be frozen or unfrozen. The reason why I mention it is that it's actually based on Ezekiel 4:9, this Bible verse, and I'm trying to remember. I'm also like looking around to see if I have.
What is Ezekiel 4:9?
Right.
And this is
idea. A fun story that I want to be able to tell. Do you have your phone on you? Oh yeah, there it is.
Oh, this is right here.
Okay, great, awesome.
Oh, Ezekiel 4:9.
Because my phone's recording, but.
Oh, true.
Yeah. So this is here. Right. So Ezekiel 4:9 is basically instructions that God is giving the prophet.
Is this in the Old Testament?
Yes. Yeah.
Of course.
Just
of course.
Give it a moment. The story gets better. Ezekiel.
When there's instructions on how to live, it's Old Testament. Yeah,
but God is giving Ezekiel instructions on like this bread that he's supposed to prepare. But the funniest thing to me is that like there's more context to it, right? So I'll start by like reading you that passage. Is pretty innocent. Take wheat and barley, beans and lentils, millet and spelt, put them in a storage jar and use them to make bread for yourself. You are to eat it during the 390 days while you lie on your side. Which also, God is telling this guy to just like lie on his side outside of the gates of the city as some kind of protest, while he's and he's supposed to make this kind of bread for himself to subsist off of. But then it goes on. And this is food that gets sold in grocery stores. Weigh out 20 shekels of food to eat each day and eat it at set times. Also, measure out 6 of hin, water to drink. Eat the food you left with barley bread, and now down to okay, now is verse 14. What?
You were skipping over a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, what? But it
didn't have anything to do with it.
Well, it's not like the point that I was trying to get to. Here we go. Yeah. Also measure out 1/6 of hin of water to drink a set at times. Okay, eat the food as you would a loaf of barley bread. Bake it in the sight of the people using human excrement for fuel. Thus saith the Lord unto him. The Lord said, in this way the people of Israel will eat defiled food among the nations where I will drive them. And then, so Ezekiel 4:9, well, at least it's not Ezekiel 4:12 bread, then it would be baked with human shit as fuel.
Holy moly.
Yeah, this isn't having the impact that I was thinking it might.
I don't want to read the Bible.
No, I mean, I don't either necessarily. I mean,
everything I've learned about the Bible through my entire life is like, oh, that sounds horrible.
Right. Well, but this is about that bread. But if you look into the Bible, you see just 3 verses later, the Lord commands him, to light poop on fire.
Shit steam.
Yeah.
Got it.
that now here Ezekiel goes on and says, it's over soon, says, then I said, not so, sovereign Lord. I have never defiled myself. From my youth until now, I have never eaten anything found dead or torn by wild animals. No impure meat has ever entered my mouth. Very well, said the Lord. I will let you bake your bread over cow dung instead of human excrement.
What is happening?
I know.
What is this story about? What am I supposed to learn? Gotta be like, well, look, if you haven't been shitty enough, I will make you eat it.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I don't necessarily want to try and interpret it.
This isn't a theology podcast.
Definitely not. But
this is a shitcast.
Shitcast.
Steaming all your
what?
Steaming all your food with the internet and feed.
Yeah, well, maybe it'll widen the audience.
To what end?
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, rein it in there, Derkle. Rein it in, Derkle. To what end? Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, right. Just getting a bunch of like show them hooves comment.
Show them hooves.
Yeah, let those dogs bark. Bring the dogs out to play again.
So Shit Steam, brought to you by our Lord God.
Mm-hmm.
Shit Steam.
Right, but what brought us on to the because Ezekiel 4:9 bread, and just before that.
I think you just made it up out of nothing. I don't know.
No. We were talking about bread or something. Something to do with bread, or
Okay, so this is a podcast where you listen to us try to remember.
We're free associating. No, it's okay. We're
No, I'm just making.
Yeah.
I'm making like a.
The little aside. Yeah.
That there is an audience.
Yes. Yes.
Because I think it's weird when people pretend like, oh, this is real life and nobody's watching. It's
like,
there's a camera.
Yeah. And now for something completely different. African killer bees apparently make honey.
Why wouldn't they? It's a bee.
It's a bee. Oh yeah, we watched that bee banging its abdomen against the honeycomb in the nature show today. Yeah. Those were cool ones. I like the ones about bees. And the caimans, it was like, okay, kind of, yeah, those birds were pretty cool. Lyrebirds. Oh yeah, and they started imitating the human noises.
Yeah.
Like the car siren, and then it made the baby crying noise, which was. We weren't ready for that.
Chill.
Yeah, right.
I don't want to. No.
Yeah, back off, Rio.
It's really nice outside. Okay.
It is. Yeah, why did it just get nice outside when we started doing this?
I don't know.
God is laughing at us for being disrespectful about his book.
Problem is that I've been like sitting and I just
You okay?
Yeah, legs.
Okay. You were carrying the cast for a while.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of tapped.
Did I take the wind at your sails?
No, I'm just kind of tapped a little bit.
All right. Well, this has been an entertaining 25 minutes. So, like.
Oh my God! I was just hovered like.
Huh?
Tits deep, like.
Hovered? Oh. Well.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Here, let's wave bye with our feet.
I'm not doing it.
Have fun storming the castle, boys.